All right, hello and welcome to episode 49 of WCATChats. I'm Alex Carr, joined alongside by Paul Maruth, and we've got two girls varsity lacrosse players, Cate Collier, Cate Quigley, and so far they are undefeated, so very impressive. Guys, how's the season going?
Well, we're undefeated. It's been going pretty good. We've faced some tough competition the past couple games and been able to pull out a win. It's been good learning opportunities, and we'll see how we go from here.
Yeah, it's looking really good this season. I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking about being undefeated, what's the key to that success? What's made you guys so dominant so far?
I would say we've been focusing on assisted goals more this year, which is making us more like multifaceted on offense, because last year we were more of a drive-heavy team, and we can just beat harder teams if we have more weapons on attack. And this year we have skilled players everywhere on the field and in the starting lineup, so you can trust everyone with the ball, and we just have multiple different scores this year.
Mm-hmm. And then coming in from last year, obviously you losing the playoffs to Wesleyan, and then coming into this year, what have y'all really worked on in the offseason, maybe individually, to make yourself a better player to really help out the team?
For me, it's been conditioning. I'm trying this year more to be on both sides of the field the whole game, when last year sometimes I just couldn't do that physically. So this year I'm just trying to be more conditioned.
I've been trying to differentiate my shots and also work on the draw a little more, try to control all those, because that's what really wins the games. If you can control the draw, you're in it.
And if there were a couple younger players on the team that have really stepped up, who would you say have been those key young players?
Elizabeth Jancic, she's a really big asset on attack. She's got really good stick skills. I'm excited to see how she goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's our star freshman right now. She's been doing a lot on attack for us. I'm excited for her.
Now, I mean, Cate Quigley, with it being your senior year, your last year here, how much more, I don't want to say weight, does that add to the season of trying to bring home a state championship? And then other Cate, how are you going to really try to help out and send her off with a ring?
Yeah, so our seniors this year, I think we're coming at it with a different energy, especially last year. Losing was really painful for us. So this year our captains are Cece Schrader, Emmy Hunter, Kate Matheson, and I, and we've just been working really hard this year to stay in it every game, and we're really passionate about this year, and we want to end with Pitt State.
I completely agree with that. Like, we are just driven into winning each game and pushing ourselves to keep the energy up, and even if we do start getting down or catching up score wise, then keep the energy, keep the endurance, and pull out the wins.
And Cate, being in that leadership position, how do you guys build like a team bond? Like, what have you guys done so far so you can stay closer together?
Yeah, we do meals before every game, and then we have captains who try to get the younger kids involved, and we have practices on the weekends, and then before games we kind of are together for pregame for the few hours before we go out in the field.
I mean, next solo game, some tough opponents away at Roswell, and then you head over to Alabama to take on Mountain Brook. What are y'all looking forward to for those games?
Well, today is going to be a tough game, but it's definitely going to be good competition to learn against and to use different skill sets we've been working on in practice. Mountain Brook, I think, will also be a good matchup.
It's a brutal schedule. Holy cow.
Yeah.
It's one not good team. Maybe two. Yeah.
You guys also have a 17-day gap between this game today and then that Mountain Brook game. Did you guys know about that? That is a long time off.
I think it'll be good to get back from spring break and have a week of practice just to get back into it.
And down the line, is there any games that you guys are excited for? I know you guys got Lovett on the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
Any other games that you guys are really excited for?
Pace, because they won state last year. That's they have a target on their back, so this year we're looking to win there. Wesleyan, kind of a rematch game, and then Kell, I think they're a really strong team, but today we're really excited for Roswell because we played them close last year. We lost by 2, and so we're just looking to see what we can do this year.
And if you guys could say one goal you have for this season, what would it be?
winning state.
Yeah,
State.
that's
gotta be
That's
mine.
the end goal.
And what you guys have seen from so far in the season, what would you say the steps you have to take to get to winning state?
I think just pushing each other harder in practice makes us stronger and ready for harder defenses. And we've started to do that. Like, everyone pretty much has, like, bruises on their arms. And I think just testing each other and, like, hitting each other harder in practice is going to make us stronger on the field.
Yeah, we're the toughest competition we're going to see because we know each other so well. So just getting through the defense, stepping up on attack, just pushing each other to be the best we can be.
Is there any drill or something that y'all do in practice that, like, when coach says, all right, we're doing this, everyone just gets really excited for?
We do call Duke drill a lot. I wouldn't say it's our favorite, but it's very beneficial.
What is?
It's a transition drill to like a 5v5, I think.
5v4.
5v4. We just do it.
Yeah, we don't really have
So, like, what does your practice schedule entail? Like, lifting or conditioning? Like, how do you guys go about your week?
Lifting and conditioning is definitely on the individual. But the practice, we do a lot of running. We will get a little bit of conditioning in every now and then, but the games are the best conditioning we can get.
And then talking about, the coaches, obviously you have Batch, and then obviously, over at head coach trainer, and, what is it like, kind of the advice and the guidance they really give to lead y'all?
Yeah, having her back this year, I think, has given us kind of a new spirit, and she trusts us a lot, and so she makes plays for us, and then she's gonna play who she thinks can help us succeed the most. So that's one thing I really like about her. She doesn't care if you're a freshman. She doesn't care if you haven't been playing lacrosse for that long. Like, she'll put you in if she thinks that you'll be benefiting us, and she's like always looking to try to win, which I really like.
And what's it like having Batch as a coach? Do you guys feel like you kind of have to act appropriately? Like, how does that play out? Do you guys watch your words?
He's very
I
chill.
don't.
He's a really chill guy.
Yeah, he's fun. I think people miss out on, like, the
Yeah.
fun, goofy side of him.
We love Batch.
He wears flip-flops even when it's raining out to games, and yeah.
You guys have both been playing lacrosse for quite some time. If there was one moment you could pick out in your Westminster career for lacrosse, what would it be?
I would have to say about a week ago when we won this season against Alpharetta by 1, because it really, I think, gave everyone hope that, like, we can take down big teams, and it might have been one of the first times we beat them in program history, so that was big. And I think everyone just had a great game. It was a real team effort, and I think it made us all, like, super excited to make a run at state.
For me, last year when we played in Northview, I had an opportunity for an 8-meter, and I hit a riser shot, which had been something I had worked on, and it's the first time I did it successfully in a Westminster game. So that was really exciting.
Now, I mean, when you hear the whistle blown, you got to go shoot an 8-meter shot. What are you thinking about? What is your plan? Is it something that you've seen the goalies has this tendency? You're like, I'm just going to let it rip and see what happens.
When we really need to score, I run it in, and in my head on the line, I'm thinking I'm going to run straight through the goalie, straight through the goal. Like, there's absolutely nothing that's going to stop me from getting there. And I don't even look where I shoot, honestly, and sometimes I get decked off to the side like I did this week. But, yeah, I just run it in there.
Okay. I try to seal off the, like, outside hand girl and shoot, like, across your body.
And playing a sport that doesn't have, like, the body pads on you, how do you go about making contact? Like, how does that impact your game?
It's hard. It really depends on the refs, too, about how physical we can be. But, we get hit in the head. We hit people in the head accidentally.
Which play style do you prefer?
Yeah, do you try to be the most physical on the field?
I try to play physically. I've gotten my fair share of yellow cards here, but I think, like, in high school they don't let a lot of pushing go, and also I think in Georgia they let less go too, but it depends on the game. I feel out the refs, and if I can see that I can do more, then I will. So
Now, I mean, going off to playing college next year, how does the game kind of shift going to that next level, and how are you trying to prepare for it yourself?
I would say the big shift is everyone's faster and stronger, and it's a lot more physical in college. So I just have to be lifting and working out this summer. So, and I think I'm going to play either midfield or defense. So yeah, just the strength training, I think.
So being student athletes, how do you guys balance the workload of Westminster and then also the constant, obviously, games and practices of lacrosse?
I think it's helpful, especially on game day, that we have time before the games, usually in catbackers or just somewhere in Turner, for just a quiet spot to get our work done. And, we just got to fit it in between practices and games, which it's not extremely difficult to do. But those times before games are really helpful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then there's also kind of before a game, what do y'all do to lock in, get ready? Any pregame rituals, routines, anything like that?
We have a lot of caffeine collectively as a team. We have a ton. We love our EDM a lot. We like dance music, house music. We like to mosh.
Yeah, that was fun. We did a mosh circle one time. It was so much fun.
Did you win the game after?
We did. That was Alpharetta.
Right.
Batch got in the middle.
Gotta do it again tonight.
What did he do
I
again?
don't even know.
He might have whipped. No, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure.
Was that this year?
Yeah, it was
Alpharetta.
2024.
Gotta run it back tonight.
All right. If you could go back and give a younger you or a younger lacrosse player some advice that you've picked up from your time playing, what would it be?
I'd have to say to just have fun, because I think sometimes I get super into winning or losing, and I think I would tell my younger self just to kind of enjoy the sport more that I love and being with my teammates.
That's good. I'd probably have to say to stop running around with no purpose. I used to do that a lot, and it's still something that I kind of do, but it's beneficial to just stay still, especially on attack.
Okay.
I feel like that's some pretty good advice. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see if I can find their advice from last year and see if it shifted.
Well, we definitely have.
Yeah, you guys were on the podcast last year. What would you say is some differences or between your play style or you guys between this year and then?
Personally, I feel more confident this year being an upperclassman, and also just I'm one of the two draw takers this year, so it's just me.
Alrighty, we found it.
What did I say?
Got yourself some cuts.
Oh boy.
Oh, my hair looks so good.
I think I would tell myself to celebrate more. Okay, basically the same thing.
Exactly the same thing. You're working on it. Have you worked on it?
Yeah.
And I just think celebrating is fun, and it
Okay, same.
Celebrating is fun.
God. Okay. What'd you say, Kate?
I would tell myself in my game to be more aggressive. That's something still I'm working on.
It's almost the same kind of.
You said don't run around.
Yeah, you said don't. It's the opposite almost. That's not the same thing.
The same wording.
Quote that in the year.
Alrighty.
Don't run around.
Don't.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today, and good luck with Roswell, and then down the road continuing your very strong season.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Good luck, guys. Alrighty, thank you so much, Kate. And moving on to some Westminster sports. First off, the most important thing, boys basketball. We obviously had Coach Hicks on in our last interview, and then Saturday they went to McDonough. Got hot in the first quarter, up 16-11. Then at halftime, down by 6, 27-21. Then down by 7 as well, headed into the fourth quarter. And then what a game. 7 minutes. They don't give up a single point to McDonough. End up coming out on top, 58-50. And I mean, are we a basketball school now?
No.
What school are we?
Cross country.
Cross country. Cross country and squash. Squash competed in nationals over the weekend. Girls got second. Guys got seventh. But boys basketball today, taking on Baldwin on the road at 6 p.m. Make sure to watch that on WCAT. I know I'll be there. I know Carr has a very exciting game. Baseball taking on Miller Grove. Should be a nice win.
Should be riveting.
Yeah, I don't think there's broadcast tuning on that one, though.
Yeah. But we this weekend we got a game up in Callaway. All the seniors will be gone on the spring break, so we'll see how the juniors mesh. When it's literally just a junior squad out there, should be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see who pitches. We don't really have too much depth in the infield. We literally only have one starter per position, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe I can get in on the field at third base or something.
That would be something.
Hope. That's my hope. I haven't been able to do that.
Speaking of those seniors, Carter Barth on the bump against Woodward and shoved. Complete game shutout.
CBCJ against a strong Woodward team as well.
Woodward almost beat Lovett. Woodward was up and blew a lead last night to Lovett.
Well, I mean, Lovett's quite injured actually right now, so
yeah, Woodward's up I think 5-0 and lost 7-5.
They lost, so they did
lost.
blow the lead.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Woodward, their offense is really good. You're looking at them; they got a lot of high-powered hitters. So Carter Barth going CG shutout, quite impressive on his part.
Mm-hmm. I mean, looking forward to some other games. Really, some exciting stuff coming up here tonight. JV baseball takes on Lovett. I mean, varsity hasn't taken them on in, 4 years or something?
Their coach doesn't want other 4A teams that are out of their region to see them during the regular season, so they know what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not kidding. That's the reason.
Boys lacrosse is taking on Woolward on the road. And then tennis. I feel like they have a match every day. Tonight, it's first Midtown at home. And then boys track and girls track take on Pace and Whitfield here at home. So lots of events going on. I think every single spring sport except for soccer and golf are in action today.
Really?
I believe so.
Yeah, tennis team looking real strong. They
5-0 Mafia, as they say.
Mm-hmm. They just came back from a trip. I'm pretty sure they dominated down there.
Oh, yeah. They went down to Alabama and showed them Georgia's the superior state.
And then also in other news, Will Benson at the MLB spring training
WCATChats alum
went yard and then some with a nice bat pimp as well. He's looking to have a pretty good year coming back off his coming out party last year, posting an all-star caliber season. So make sure to stay tuned in for him as he and the Reds look to get
win
their
that
young,
Central.
Yeah, get their young team going and try and win a very winnable NL Central.
Mm-hmm. Looking past today in Westminster sports, things really cut off with spring break coming up. Thursday, boys and girls soccer versus Stone Mountain, and then tennis again versus Druid Hills. And then varsity boys baseball take on Miller Grove again on Friday. And then obviously, y'all have a doubleheader versus Callaway.
Yes, we do. It's an hour and a half away, so
Have
make
fun.
sure to come and support.
Or come to basketball, which is 2 hours away today. Fan bus leaves at 3. Should be a good time down there in Milledgeville on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, Wednesday games do make it difficult for fans to come out and show support. But if they do win, then they get a game this Saturday. And then if they win that, they get to play next Thursday. Or is it Wednesday?
Wednesday.
It's something during spring break. So this takes a lot of dedication, but state championship is clearly worth it.
Certainly. And I mean, that's pretty much all things for Westminster sports. On the pro level, spring training started like we kind of teased with the Will Benson Braves. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to win the Grapefruit League this year. Second worst in record, second worst in run differential. I think the season's over pretty much. I'm calling it here.
What's the Grapefruit League?
Well, they have the Grapefruit and the Cactus League. The Grapefruit's in Florida.
Yeah,
the Cactus is out there. And
I'll be visiting the Cactus League next week, so we'll see the other.
you got to go stop by Will Benson.
He's out there.
I believe he is.
Then we might go take a peek.
Take a peek.
But yeah, what some news that you've seen from spring training?
I don't know about spring training. I mean, Chris Sale kind of shoved last night.
Yeah, I think Chris Sale is going to be pretty sharp this year. One thing I think should be pointed out is the free agency still going on right now. And it's just weird, man. There's a lot of good players that have been really slow to get a contract. Cody Bellinger recently signed. It's a really good deal for him. 3 years, $80 million with an opt out each
Every year.
So he could just be like, I think I can make more money this year, and so he could opt out of it. So it's a good deal for him. But Blake Snell, reigning NL Cy Young winner,
Oh yeah, he's still a free
is
agent.
still a free agent. Another really good one, Jordan Montgomery, still looking for a home. So a couple really good players.
This is the beauty of being a Braves fan. Don't even pay attention to free agency. We're not getting any of these guys, but we're still going to be better than the Yankees. As much money as you want to spend on Soto and all those guys. And speaking about sending money,
we get traded.
I know. But speaking about spending money, the Dodgers went and got Ohtani, and oh my gosh, he made his Dodgers debut, and the MLB Instagram page yesterday was unbearable with the amount of Ohtani content. One post. We're just on the Twitter, so we'll get there. That's not Ohtani. Sorry, we'll get there. Maybe it was all on their Instagram then. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 posts, I believe, in one day, all about Ohtani on the Dodgers. Oh, no, this one's just about Ohtani being back in the lineup. I believe we're up to 12 now. Like, that's wild. Also, the jerseys. Lots of controversy going on there with, the pants being too thin, the names looking bad on the back, and now actually some teams apparently have changed. The Royals supposedly have changed the names. Lots of stuff going on with that.
I don't like what they're doing. Think of the Yankees. They don't have the names on the back of the jersey, so it doesn't change. But they made the font smaller, and every name is now curved on the back, no matter the length. So my last name, Carr, it would be small script and it's curved for no reason. Mm-hmm. And the funniest thing is, there's a person with a really not long last name. It's almost a complete circle around the jersey. Yep. It is the funniest thing ever, and it's for no reason. They look like they're children. To be honest, the jerseys just don't look like
professional.
Should, yeah.
No, not at all. And I mean that's pretty much all here for sports. We'll be off next week for spring break. We'll be back for episode 50, the big 5-0. After that, so thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Cate and Kate, for coming on, and best of luck to all Westminster sports competing, and hopefully basketball can keep their roll going. The Hicks effect is real. And let's see how things go. Thank you guys so much, and go Cats.